Good morning, dear student. I am Rupak Shah from the Millennium School, South City, Lucknow. Today I will be taking your lecture number 5 for the chapter Motion. Before I start a new topic today, I will take a small recap of the last lecture that you have attended. First, velocity. Velocity is defined as displacement upon time. SI unit to be used, meter per second. Second topic, uniform motion, which means that body covers equal distances in equal interval of time. Example has already been explained to you. Non-uniform motion, if the body covers unequal distances in equal interval of time. I hope all these topics which we discussed in the last lecture should be clear by this time. And if there are any queries are there or any doubt are there, that should be clarified during the Zoom session. Today we will be taking a new topic called average speed. Please understand properly. Average speed is defined as total distance upon total time. For example, if a body covers a particular type of distance in a different time, or you can say the speed is not constant. If its speed is not constant, we cannot find a single speed. In that case, we need to find the average speed. So I am giving you one example. Try to follow that. From A to B, a body covers 5 meter in 1 second. Next 3 meter he covers in 2 seconds. Again, next 3 meter covers in 1 second. And next 3 meter in 3 seconds. So the velocity cannot be the same all the time. Where the velocity cannot be same, we have to find a average speed, and for that what we have to do, we have to calculate the average speed. So we add up the distances and we add up the time. So this is called total distance and this is called total time. 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. So the upper part we get 14. 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 3. That is 1, 2 plus 1 plus 3. You get 7. So 14 by 7 we get average speed 2 meter per second. That is, it is a speed or a velocity for a body for whole journey. So instead of getting the velocity differently, we are getting a single figure, and that single value is called average speed, and that is taken as 2 meter per second for the whole journey. It means the body is moving at an average speed of 2 meter per second, or you can say it is covering 2 meter in 1 second. I hope this content is clear with everybody. So now we are moving to the next very important topic, that is called acceleration. Acceleration is defined as rate of change of velocity, or we can say change of velocity upon time taken. Please understand, rate means time. If your velocity changes with the time, then the word rate is used, or rather we can use the word change of velocity upon time taken. So I hope this definition is clear with everybody. The symbol what we will be using for acceleration is A. But to get the expression for the A, formula for the A, we need to know all the symbols which will be used for the formula for acceleration. Please follow them very carefully and understand them. Small u will be used for initial velocity. V or a small v can use for final velocity. And T as usual, time taken. So if you are writing A is equal to change in velocity upon time taken, the change in velocity becomes final velocity minus initial velocity, or rather you can write like this: final velocity minus initial velocity upon time. So final velocity will be replaced by the symbol V, initial velocity will be replaced by the symbol U, and time as usual T. So you get an expression for the A. So you will be writing the formula A is equal to V minus U by T. So you get a standardized or a generalized formula for the acceleration. A is equal to v minus u by t. V is final velocity, u is initial velocity, and t is the time taken. So this is the most commonly used formula for the acceleration, and we are going to use them in the numerical practices in the next or coming lectures. So we need to know all the expressions very clearly, how to get them and how to use them. Now, not to get the SI unit of acceleration, what we are doing, we are taking the same formula, A is equal to V minus U by T. At the upper part, you will use the unit of velocity. And what is the unit of velocity? Meter per second. And what is the unit of time? The unit of time is second. So if the second is multiplied by second here, it goes down. It will become second square. So your formula becomes, this particular expression become meter per second square. Or you can write meter second minus 2, which is the SI unit for acceleration. So if you write any acceleration like 10, then you have to write the unit like 10 meter per second square. So this is the SI unit given for the acceleration. Whenever we are finding the value for the acceleration, we write the value first. That we will be showing in the some numericals or some example today. And this value should be followed by its unit called meter per second square. One more thing should be noted, that acceleration is a vector quantity. Now why it is a vector quantity? It's very well known that it is divided by the velocity. So the velocity itself is a vector quantity. So anything which is a vector quantity makes this quantity vector quantity. Or in another sense, we can say acceleration have fixed direction also, and it has a value also. Value is always coming. The numerical value or a magnitude is always coming. But since it has a fixed direction also, acceleration will be called as a vector quantity. So in totality, we can say the acceleration formula will be A is equal to V minus U upon T. Its SI unit will be meter per second square. You can write like this also. And acceleration is a vector quantity. I hope this content is also clear to you. But before we go for a next constant, we must know one thing, that acceleration is generally used for increase in the velocity. We already discussed that change in velocity, but it is taken for increase in the velocity. That will be discussed in the example after the retardation. So let's take the retardation first, then I will tell you how you have to use the term in an appropriate way. So retardation on a negative acceleration, rate of decrease in the velocity or a decrease in the velocity upon time. It means that if your velocity is decreasing with the time, we'll get a negative value. So symbol used will be A, but with the negative sign. That is, in other words, we can say the formula is the same, but whatever the value will get, that value will be coming in negative sign only. And if the negative sign comes for the acceleration, that is generally is not called as acceleration. It is a part of acceleration, but it will be called with a new name called retardation, deceleration, or negative acceleration. Since the acceleration is coming the negative value, we'll use a new name called retardation. Retardation means velocity is decreasing. Now let's understand this topic with the help of example. Now in the first example, V, that is final velocity, is 20, initial velocity is 40, and the time taken is 2 seconds. Please understand, initial velocity is more and your final velocity is decreasing, that is its velocity becomes now 20. So it is decreasing. So when you put the formula, that is V minus U upon T for the acceleration, we put the value of V 20, U 40, time taken 2. So when you subtract them, minus sign is bigger, so you get a minus sign here. So 40 minus 20, 20, and you get the value 10. But which is more important, your symbol coming here, the particular sign coming here, that sign is minus, which clearly shows that your velocity is decreasing, and this negative sign shows that your acceleration is called retardation. Negative acceleration or another name is given called deceleration. I hope this example is enough to understand the retardation. Just to understand the term acceleration once again, we are taking another example where we will be taking the increase in the velocity. So we are reversing the case. Velocity is equal to 40. U is equal to 20. Please understand, here your initial velocity is less, final velocity is more. Reverse case, time is 2 seconds. So let's put in the value. A is equal to V minus U upon T. Here V is 40, U is 20, time 2 seconds. Please follow. Here velocity is in increasing trend. Velocity is more and your initial velocity is less. Final velocity will be more, that's your velocity is increasing. So when you calculate them, 40 minus 20, 20 by 2, value is 10. But what is more important? Plus sign. So this positive sign is generally used for positive acceleration, or the common term which can be used is acceleration. So I think these two examples are enough to tell you about the types of acceleration. Positive acceleration is generally called a acceleration, that is increase in the velocity, and negative acceleration where the velocity is decreasing is generally called as negative acceleration or retarding or retardation or deceleration. So these terms are to be clear with everybody by now. So I am taking a very small numerical to understand the value of acceleration, how it can be found. If a car increases its velocity from 40 to 80, please understand the language. If a car increases its velocity from 40 to 80, so this is increasing in 5 seconds. So what will be the acceleration? So your 40 will be initial velocity U, 80 will be final velocity V, and your time is 5 seconds. Please understand, acceleration formula V minus U upon T. So V we have put 80, U 40, time 5. 80 minus 40, 40 by 5. So what we get? The sign in positive and the value comes 8 meter per second square, which is actually the acceleration, not the retardation. So if your velocity is in the increasing trend, this will be called acceleration, and if your velocity is in the decreasing trend and if you get a negative value, then your acceleration will be not called acceleration, it will be given a new name called retardation. I hope this is clear. We will be more clear about this retardation and acceleration in the coming numericals in the next lectures, so that you can understand how to find the value of acceleration and how to give the value or sign to the retardation as well. I hope this is enough for today. Thank you so much and stay safe.